before I get started reviewing Million Dollar Babe, I just want to let you know through the end of February, with your purchase of a Tressalure wig, you get a gift with purchase, this beautiful pink wide-toothed comb that says, "Look fabulous." Now, as usual, I am filming this part after I did the review because I like you to see the wig right out of the box. So let's take a look at the unboxing. Okay, so let's open it up. Here we go. Million Dollar Babe in Smoky Toffee. And these are their new boxes, which I love. They have a really nice matte feel to them. I don't know how to describe it, but it's soft, nice matte feel. It's the same feel as our Frannie's hair combs, which I love. Let's open this up. I like to show it to you right out of the box so you know what you're getting. We can compare it to the stock photo also. So here we go, inside the box there. Let me take it out. Okay, so let's first take a look at the cap. We have an extended lace front, ear tab to ear tab, a full mono top. You have the nice felt ear tabs there, an extended nape in the same material, and your Velcro adjusters, which seem to be adjusted in a lot. I'm going to move it out so that I have a better idea of how this fits, and then I can adjust after I put it on. All right, so I put the adjusters right on the outer edge there. You have the open wefting and a nice amount of stretch. Let me see if I feel any permatease. I like to do that now with the cap off. I think there's probably a little bit around the nape here. Usually you won't have it where there is monofilament. I think that's just the thickness of the fibers. I'm not really feeling anywhere else. Okay, let me take the tag off. Sometimes it's hard to tell if there's permatease. You're really looking for that wiry, crimped fibers that are like teased hair. And they're usually used to hide open wefting and to provide structure to certain styles. Some people love it, some people hate it. I actually like it in certain styles. I think it does its job. And in other styles, I don't want it. So, all right. Let's try this on. Now this is an average size. Okay, so with the adjusters adjusted out, I could adjust it in. It doesn't feel huge, and I don't have extra space in my crown. Ooh, I like this. This kind of reminds me of the Farrah Fawcett hairdo with the curls going back like that. Wow, glamorous. Okay, so let's take a look at the lace front. Here we go, you can see that there. It's done really well. And we have the mono top, so we're gonna look at that. Here's where it came parted, and I actually like it there, but I just want to show you that you can change the part. If I can move this hair, hopefully you can see that you can change the part there. It's hard for me to tell in the camera. Yeah, so you could change your part up to wherever you would like it in that monofilament area. Wow, so pretty. I love this. Now these are heat-friendly fibers, so you can take heat to them and change up the style if you want to. And these are their new realistic heat fibers, so they are lighter weight and they're actually hollow. They're the Look Fabulous Realistic Fiber. That's the name of them. All right, let me spin for you and show you the style. Really pretty. I mean, this is a glamorous look. Now, as far as density goes, I'm going to say that this is a medium density wig. There's a decent amount of fibers here, And I think you want that for this kind of look. Before we talk details and measurements about the wig, let's talk about my measurements. My circumference is 21 inches. Ear to ear, I'm 12 inches. Hairline to nape, I'm 13 inches. My face is 8 inches long. My forehead is 3 inches. My neck is 3 inches, and the width of my face at the widest point is 10 inches. I give you all of those measurements so you'll have a better idea of how a wig will fit and look on you. Now, if you don't know how to take those measurements, no worries. I will have a video linked in the description where I show you how to take all of those measurements correctly. Okay, so first let's talk about what Tressalure was going for with this look. It says $1 Million Babe is a glamorous, softly waved mid-length wig with a smooth face-framing fringe and polished volume. And if you look at the stock photo, it doesn't look as voluminous on her, I think, as it does on me. And that could be a difference in our measurements or even a difference in this particular wig versus the one that the model tried on. There is usually an allowable variance of about 15% in wigs. So I like to show you the stock photo and show you what I get so you'll just have a better idea of what you're getting out of the box. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I love this style. Part of the iconic collection, this heat-friendly synthetic wig is crafted with Tressalure realistic heat-friendly fiber to deliver natural movement, styling versatility, and an effortlessly elevated look. So her crown is 16 inches, her nape 11 inches, the fringe 9 inches, so that should be, well, this is shorter than 9 inches, so I'm not sure what they're considering the fringe, but my face is 8 inches long, so I don't know, this might be, say, 6 inches right here. I'm not sure what they're considering the fringe. And then she weighs 4.69 ounces. As I said, she feels medium density, maybe a little permatease around the nape here. Really nice. Okay, let's take a look at the ear tabs. At the coverage here, you get nice coverage, comes down to about there. Anything gray here is mine. And this is actually a great color, which we're going to talk about in a minute. For brunettes going gray, which I am, I think it matches my natural bio hair very well. Okay, and then I like to check in the back here for space, and hopefully you can get it. Sometimes I can't get the camera to see it, but there is a space between the top of my ear and the bottom of the cap, which I like because if the cap sits on my ears, it can start to irritate. So this does not. They're considering this mid-length. Wigs tend to look longer on me. I do have a short neck and I have a thinner face, so maybe they fall longer. I'm looking at the model. It might be about the same. It may look a teensy bit longer on me, and that's why I give you my measurements so that you'll have a better idea with your measurements how it's going to fit you. We don't get the model's measurements, so we don't know that. Okay, now let's talk color. This color is called Smoky Toffee, and I believe that this is the same as the old three-toned gray. Now, I don't know, it's the same numbers, but I don't know if they're using them in a different way. It's a 52, 38, 49 with a rooting of an 8. And it's a cool rooted color. You can definitely see it's cool in tone, and that's why I put on my cooler earrings. And this shirt actually can go either way. There's some warm tones and some cooler tones here. And it's described as light and dark blends of salt and pepper and brown with the rooting. So hopefully you can see that there. I just love this color. I always have. When I first started in the wig business, a lot of people would ask for wigs that weren't just salt and pepper. You know, if you were a brunette and you were going gray, you had some brown or brunette in your hair, and I would always recommend this color. I love it to this day. I think it's so pretty. And they make a lighted version of this color also, where the front has lighter highlights around the face. So let's try on the glasses. Okay, under the ear tabs I would feel that. Over the ear tabs, no problem. Now, as I said, this is fitting me nicely. I could move the adjusters in maybe a tiny bit, but I don't really feel the need to. There is room to move it in, so I would say if you have a smaller head than me, you could still move it in some. I think it only goes as large as an average based on the way it's fitting me. And it is described as an average wig. Let's take this color outside. Okay, here we are outside, so you can see this color. You can see the light, cool tones, and then you have some brunettes. You have the rooting here, and some pepper as well. It's a beautiful color. I really love this color. Okay, let's head through the house. I'll try to turn on, I haven't even combed this at all. I'll do that next. Turn on the light so you can see that coming through the house. So pretty. I have so many women say to me, I'm looking for a longer, curlier wig in gray. You know, just because I'm getting older or I have gray hair doesn't mean I want to wear a short pixie. So I think this is a great option for you ladies who want curls and longer gray hair. This is beautiful and glamorous. Okay, so what you could do with this, I mean, there's so much. With this length, you could do so much. But certainly, let's see if I can pull enough back here. You could do a half up, half down kind of do. That would be pretty. And you have so much volume. You could even give it that like little lift up here, which would be nice. You could definitely make a ponytail. I think I got this caught in my earring. There we go. A ponytail, and you have these nice front pieces to pull out, or you could put it in a bun as well. And you have the nice curls, so it could be really pretty with some beautiful pins in there. So much you could do. The possibilities are endless. And you could also comb through it and give yourself some softer curls as well. And then if you do that and say you want a more defined curl again, you could just spritz it with some water or some sea salt spray and get a more defined curl. So it really depends on how you want to wear it, but look at that, wow. This is hair that I always wanted to have, and I just didn't have it, even when I had hair. So pretty. Okay, so there you have it. $1 Million Babe in Smoky Toffee. I think she's beautiful and glamorous. I'd love to hear what you think. Put your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll get to you as quickly as I can. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Remember to make it your own, and I'll see you soon.